All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I'm about to shed light on one of our most exciting case studies here at Growth Labs. One that saw us take a brand from $10,000 per month in revenue, where they were kind of lost and they didn't have any clarity as to which next steps they should take with their business. And we took them from that number of $10,000 per month in revenue to making over $240,000 per month in revenue in sales. And so this is very exciting because it really sheds the light on the hero story, a brand that was making $10,000 per month, not making really any noise in the industry, to becoming one of the leading, one of the household names in the industry they were in, which is the luxury leather goods, which is a very competitive space. And yeah, we took them from that number from 10,000 to 240,000 in just a few months by really dissecting what makes a business grow, specifically what makes an e-commerce business grow and what would make it unreasonable for that brand to not see an exponential growth curve with their business, rather than just being stuck in the rabbit hole like every single other brand and spending years really just generating baby numbers and not seeing any returns. So I'm about to shed light on that case study. Brace yourselves, we're about to dive really deep. I'll see you on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live with this new case study at Growth Labs. I'm about to show you a brand that we took from $10,000 per month in revenue to over $200,000 in revenue in just a few months. This brand is in the luxury leather goods industry. When they came to us, like I said, they were making about $100K per year or $10,000 per month. And we scaled them to $200,000 per month in revenue through their online channel. They had other channels that took them to $240,000 per month, but through their online channels alone, they were generating way above 150,000 pounds per month in revenue. So they started with us with around 10,000 followers on Instagram with a revenue, like I said, of $10,000, give or take. And their break-even ROAS was around a 2x, which means that anything above it, we were really, really happy. Anything under it, it started to be a little bit shaky in terms of profits. And their ad spend that they decided to go with initially was $100 per day, which is essentially $3,000 per month. So we also started with a website conversion rate of 1.1%, which isn't really great, but it's not bad. So typically what we want to see is anything below 1% is really, really bad. Anything above 1% and below 1.5% is average, and anything above 1.5%, depending on your price point, depending on your industry, is considered to be good. So let's dive right into it. So essentially, this is when we started in March of last year. I'm about to show you when they were generating 8,000 pounds per week. So just to summarize, we partnered with this brand. They were making $10,000 per month. And then now we're, a few months later and they're making 8,000 pounds per week. So that's a great evolution. That is when they were making $40,000 per month in sales. And as you can see here, we were averaging a 2.89 ROAS on a weekly basis, which is not that bad, but definitely improvable. So there were two ways that we could have done this to scale this brand. One of them is, maximizing ROAS, scaling that ROAS to 5x, 6x, 7x, 8x, and beyond, if possible. But that wasn't the smartest path. The smart path that we decided to go with is to actually maintain this number here, which they were happy to hover around. So from, let's say, 2.89 to 3.5x ROAS, but make sure that we were scaling the amount spent. So instead of spending this amount weekly, we wanted to spend it daily. So we had to find a way to scale this account by maintaining the ROAS. And as you might already know, once you start scaling your ad spend, things tend to break, entropy starts kicking in, and you're not seeing the same returns, right? So it was definitely a challenge. Fast forwards a few months later. So as you can see, this is October. We were averaging a 3x return, and the next slide is going to show you how much we were actually spending. So we were actually spending 32,000 pounds and generating right over 100,000 pounds from Facebook ads. Bear in mind, this brand was also running Google ads, and we also had email marketing on the back end set up for them. So we were capturing that revenue, around 25% of rev came from Klaviyo, but we were also spending quite a lot on Facebook ads on a daily basis. And as you can see, this was done back in October. So essentially, here is the growth curve that they were seeing on the back end. What I'd like to point out here is that you can see that there's no yo-yo effect. Right? There's no emotional roller coaster involved here. It's just straight up and up and up and up, steady, but up and up and up. And that's the exact evolution that you want to have with your business, is steady growth that is sustainable and where you're actually making a profit. right? Because profits equal freedom. The freedom to do whatever you want with your money, to invest in a better team, to invest in a better infrastructure, to invest in a better product, R&D, marketing, whatever you want to do with that money, you can do it, and you have the power to do so, and you have the choice. That's the most important thing, is we give choice to our customers and our partners to do whatever they want with the profits that we make them. Now, what I wanted to do is, all of these screenshots, they seem nice and cozy, right? But what I actually wanted to do is really detail with you guys exactly how we did it in 4 key steps, right? One of them being the foundations. How do we actually start a brand that's making $10,000 per month or $20,000 per month or $30,000 per month, and they want to get to multiple 6 figures per month in sales? Well, the first thing we do is we start tangibly plotting data and gathering key data points that are specific to your business. In this case, we were really interested in knowing what are the unit economics, right? What is the actual cost of delivery of their product, and what is the actual profit that we can extract from every single sale with their target profit that they want to make, or the target amount of money they want to put in their pockets in mind. And that is essentially the profitability calculator. Then we really want to dive deep into understanding, okay, are we only targeting one avatar, or are there, different sub-market segments that we can target and leverage? Because the more specific you are with your marketing, the better resonance you get. Because let's say I'm speaking one-on-one with you. You feel that connection much stronger than if I was on a stage speaking to thousands of people. Or even in a group setting, right? You feel much more comfortable and you get to know the person much better when you're actually one-on-one than in a group setting, or let's say on a very high scale. This is essentially what I mean when I say foundational product market fit sheet. It's really to make sure that we identify who are our customers and who are the market segments that we're going after, right? In this case, there was a market segment that was 25 to 38, then there was a 38 to 55, and then there was the 55 plus. You communicate in a different way with these market segments, and we made sure that we identified those, okay? So once we identify the market segments and we know the unit economics, like how much profit can we actually make from a sale, we need to be realists. Having those data points in mind, now we can start creating offers that resonate with those market segments. You see how every single piece kind of falls in order? First, we do the unit economics. We want to understand exactly how much profit you're actually extracting from your sale. Then we want to identify who is going to purchase that product. Then we start creating offers around those metrics, which means that the offers are perfectly in tune with the unit economics. We are making money from the first sale, from that offer. They're also in tune with the specific customer they're targeted to. And this is where the millions are made, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the homework that 99% of agencies aren't even doing. They don't even consider it. The reason being is they don't know what they're talking about. Now, step number 2 is paid ads. Because as we take on this journey of growth, we need to have crystal clear understanding of your metrics and your KPIs. And this is where 99% of brands fail. And this is where the unit economics come in very handy, because you want to know what is your break-even customer acquisition cost. Like, what is the maximum amount of money you're prepared to pay platforms to get you customers? What is the max amount? If you don't have that number, I'm sorry to say, but you're navigating blindly in the ocean of advertising. Okay. Next is break-even ROAS, target lifetime value, target AOV, which is average order value, target customer acquisition cost, LTV to CAC ratio. All of these metrics, we want to get super clear on them. Okay. And so as we scale, we ensure that we're profitable on every single sale. Yes. But we're also making sure that we're growing leading metrics such as LTV, AOV, and website conversion rate. Okay. And that's super powerful. Step number 3 is conversion rate optimization. Because once we start sending traffic to your funnel or to your website, we're going to get data back. We're going to see how well is the traffic behaving and converting on your website. So we might send, 100% more sessions to your funnel. We need to measure how well the website is performing or how bad it is performing. And so improving your backend KPIs, such as lifetime value, AOV, can be the leading reason you make an extra 20 to 40% revenue with no extra ad spend. It's literally free money. And it's one of the keys to making 1 million plus this year with your business. So that's exactly what we applied for this brand specifically, is we kind of masterminded the landing pages that we were sending traffic to based on the data we were seeing. So the ways to boost AOV, for example, that we applied were post-purchase upsells. We were optimizing the cart and cart upsells. We had very original offers Forget about your 10% off, 15% off. No one really resonates with that ever. And then we were also split testing pricing. So pricing could be 10% decrease, 10% increase in price, marginal increase in price or decrease in price. You also have thresholds for shipping, for example. So split testing, all of these things that really affect your AOV can be super, super beneficial, or should I say are really, really beneficial. Then you have your website conversion rate. That's the macro. And that's exactly what we did when we started optimizing the product page with reviews, social proof, really building that trust, optimizing the collection page, so proper display of products, enticing landing page design, making people really engaged with the experience. And then also optimizing the homepage, building trust, and again, engaging your customers. Okay? Step 4 is retention, because to generate 1 million plus per year, ladies and gentlemen, is 100 times easier when you put in place a meticulously crafted retention infrastructure. Because that is exactly how you ensure every single dollar that we spend to acquire a customer is as efficient as possible. Let's say you spend 30 bucks. Your brand A spent 30 bucks to acquire a customer. That customer spends 90 bucks. You're the king of the world. You're with a ROAS of 3x. Very happy. However, let's say you wake up the next day and you spend $30 to acquire a customer that spends $90, but then you set up a cool automation on the back end that brings back that customer to spend another, let's say $76. Well, your return now is 5.5x. So with no additional ad spend involved, you just increased your ROAS or your ROI for that specific customer from a 3x to a 5.5x, which means that your dollar, when it comes to advertising dollars, is much more efficient than if you didn't do your retention marketing properly. And that is exactly how we did that, ladies and gentlemen. We made sure that we tied everything together. It all starts with what we call the foundational phase, which is the foundations, the product market fit, the analysis, and the deep neuromarketing research. Then it's about making sure your organic marketing is bulletproof. And in that case, the reason I didn't mention it is because they had a very dialed in organic marketing strategy. Next is really paid advertising. This is where a lot of people fall off, is because they don't do their homework here. They don't understand how unit economics affect their business. They don't understand how profitable they are on the first sale, on the second sale, etc., etc. So they can't really make money here because they're blind. And we ensure that all of our clients are navigating with crystal clear clarity. Then it's about tying the ship with retention marketing and really retaining your customers for life while you're boosting your LTV to CAC ratio. And obviously we talked about CRO. If you're sending the best quality traffic to a faulty funnel or a shady funnel, you're just wasting money. So I hope this video really shed light on how it is possible to experience explosive growth with your brand. It is possible, but you need proper infrastructure. You need infrastructure. You don't need an agency doing the work for you. You just need the proper system working together in a holistic manner and the proper team to show you how to leverage that system all in-house without outsourcing your growth ever again. And so that's the process, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever are interested in being the next case study at Outgrowth Labs, let's get you on a short call. We'll see if we're a great fit to work together. If we are, we'll make sure to make you an offer you cannot refuse. And remember, we don't ever charge a retainer and we don't ever charge a performance fee. That is the beauty of it. I'll leave you at that and I'll see you on the next one.